Well, hey guys, hello. This is Long Haul Larry with Big Blue. We did not make it very far at all. We're actually located just on 151, just south of Madison, Wisconsin. And it was pretty much just torrential downpours coming through Madison. I got my APU all fixed up and working, and I took off. And I was going around Madison on 151 and 1218, all that stuff. I was going around Madison, it was just torrential rain. I mean, crazy. And I was going around, and about 3 miles back up the road, I saw cars starting to slam on the brakes and everything, and I was like, what is this all about? And I moved over into the left lane, and I hit it, and it was probably about 8 inches deep of just water across the road. It was raining so hard. And I came up here, you can see that we are 78 miles away from Dubuque. And I came to right here, or actually it wasn't right here, it was just up the road. This crossroad. I came around this corner right here, and all you could see was just tail lights. Both lanes stopped completely. And I made a quick decision, and I jumped in that little left turn lane with that road there, and there was no cars coming the other way, and I did a U-turn. And I went right back. So I turned around and I went right back, and I whipped out my phone, and I punched in the GPS because it has real-time stuff. You can see there's trucks still sitting up here on the side of the road. And I went back there, and there was all kinds of cars and trucks on the shoulder, on that off-ramp and on-ramp and everything. And you can see all the trucks are sitting right here. It's because I shut the highway down. I don't know what it was, but it said on my phone that the highway was closed. And then the highway was closed behind me too, where I came through, where it was flooded. So those guys must have got tired of it too and just pulled over right there on the side of the road. They're probably doing the same thing I did. Is I pulled over and I went to the sleeper berth and did an 8-hour sleeper berth. So now we are way behind. We haven't even left Wisconsin yet. So I got stuck in between two areas of the road flooded. And I got kind of stranded there. There was all kinds of cars. Everybody was all stuck there. And I was really happy I turned around and went back there, because I was there for 10-15 minutes, and then all of a sudden it was just truck after truck. I think what they were doing was they were U-turning at people. I have no idea where it was flooded up here, but they were U-turning people and getting them to come back. And they were coming back to that exit that I was at and pulling up on the off-ramp and the on-ramp, trying to squeeze in so it's shut down like what I did. And I was like, like, hey, I got a spot. So my guess it was somewhere back there because there's no trucks here. Somewhere, so it was someplace where I shut down to here probably that they shut the highway down. But what fun. So now we are running a split sleeper berth, and we'll probably end up having to run this all the way to Texas. I really haven't looked at the time and what this is going to do to my delivery in Texas, but really nothing I can do about it. But now we just have sprinkles and we got wind. Wind blowing me around a little bit. Well, hey guys, here we are. It's only taken me just over 14 hours to get out of the state of Wisconsin. Yikers. Crossing over the Mississippi River. Majestic, Mississippi. Welcome to Iowa. Ooh, casino. City of Dubuque, Iowa. I have not been this way in a long time. Another casino. Lots of casinos here, I guess. That is the, what is it called? The Diamond Joe. Prepare to stop. Hey there, guys. We are all fueled up. It's kind of nice. I was very, very low on fuel. The thing with Iowa is there's not a lot of pilots over here, and that's where the boss wants you to fuel as pilots. So there was a pilot that's going to be like, I think it's like 45, 50 miles up the road on 80 going towards Des Moines, but guys, I was on E really, really bad. My needle was buried. So I came along and I picked up there at Cedar Rapids, Iowa with JB Hunt quite a few times. And I would usually stop at that Casey General Store place there and scale my load, because there is a scale up here. And I was actually kind of worried that I was going to run out of fuel, to tell you the truth. And I was thinking I was going to have to stop and just buy some fuel out of my pocket, throw the receipt in with my bills, get reimbursed. Do that usual thing, but came along and they just built a pilot. I tried to record it as a fueling stop, but they got the music blaring, so they got music blaring, I can't record. The last time I did that, I was fueling in Ohio, I want to think it was, and I was fueling and there was just some very faint music, and you actually could only maybe pick out like 2 or 3 words of the song during my recording. And 21 people, 21 different recording studios, record companies, all this stuff came and took all my monetization money away from that video. And you could hear maybe 2 or 3 words of the song. It was very faint, and I was just like, wow. So I don't record anymore fueling unless they don't have music playing. That's my rule. But they built themselves a pilot there, and actually it says on there that it was opened on 6/30 of 2018. So it's really only been open for about a month and a half. And you can tell it's a brand new place. Smells like a brand new place. But I fueled up and I put in 158.79 gallons of fuel, and I didn't sit there and top the tanks off. I was just filling it up. That's the most I've ever put in here, so she was pretty dry. When I fired the truck back up, I was afraid it was gonna run out of fuel. And I turned the key on and I started it, and it started up, and I tried to give it some gas to, get the engine sucking the gas up in there, the fuel up in there, and it wouldn't do it. So I think it was like right on the verge. It just sat there idling for a second. I kept pumping and finally it did it. It gave us the gas and went off. So it was pretty close. I think the most I ever put in was 153 gallons. The tanks on this truck, they say they have 100. I was looking at that yesterday when I was messing with the APU. I saw it engraved on the tank. It says capacity 106 gallons on the tank. But when you feel they're round tanks, you can't get that much in there. If you sat there and just dribbled it in, yeah, you probably could, but you can't get that much in there. So we are all fueled, running down the road, onward to Texas. Hey there, guys. Here we are, 9:26 a.m. We just came past Des Moines, Iowa. 71 degrees, and we are going to be getting off up here on 35 south. Start heading southbound. continue to keep going here, if I was actually going to be going out on 80, there's a place out here. I can't remember the name of it or nothing. It's been 15, 16 some years or so since I've really been out here. But there's a place out here just west. It's kind of just out in the country. And it's where they build some ultralights. And they have like a little airport kind of built into the place. It's right behind their little building and everything. And you can actually stop in there. I don't know if they do it anymore, but you can stop in there and it's like $50 or something like that. And they'll take you up in one of these ultralights and give you a lesson on flying. It's pretty cool. John actually used to have one that was built from this place. It was pretty neat. It had a little cabin and everything. It was kind of like just like plexiglass, not really plexiglass, like plastic, and it kind of just zipped up and stuff. But it's a little two-seater, and it was his dad's. And to tell you the truth, I don't know if they ever flew it. It was beautiful shape. I think the plan was to fly it, and he brought it out by me because his dad passed away, and so he kind of inherited the thing, and he really didn't have a place to store it. So he brought it out by me, and he asked if he could store it out there, and I said sure. So he brought it out, he stuck it in a barn up by my parents' place, and it sat out there for a few years. And then I was like telling him, dude, you might want to come out here and like get this thing out of here, because all the pigeons were pooping all over it. And I mean, it was in beautiful shape. And he was always asking about, you know, hey, do you think we could fly it out there? And I'm like, sure. There's a little road behind the farm back there, nobody ever drives on. Nice little road, would be perfect. And so we always talked about doing that, firing that thing up, taking it out there, and taking it for a spin, but we never did it. And I think he sold it. Well, I can get back over. I got a truck. A guy in this white truck. I just passed him a while ago. We've been going back and forth for probably the last, I don't know, 20, 30 miles. And I'll pass him, and then a couple miles later he comes zooming past me. So he must not be governed or nothing. I mean, he goes by me doing 80, 85 miles an hour. He'll come flying by me. And then he pulls back in the lane like he's in NASCAR or something. Just this real quick pullover. And then he'll be in front of me, and he'll be zipping in and out of traffic. Well, I just passed him again, and then he took off, and he followed me, and then he jumped in the center lane, and he pulled right next to my tandems. And I couldn't get back over. But then I guess he decided to move over. Come over there. Here we go, 35 South, Kansas City. Looks like a part of a windmill there. So we have 2 hours and 57 minutes that we can drive yet, and then we'll have to pull over and do our 2-hour break of duty, and that will give us back some hours. I am basically doing this split sleeper berth thing because of the road flooding last night. It's just the way that it happens, so gotta roll with it so I can make it down there, get down there before my appointment. So, I will catch you guys later. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, a great night when you're watching this here video. And if you are not, you certainly can change that. Try that all over again tomorrow. I think that there's been a little bit of misunderstanding. I think it was the last video, no, not the last one, the one before that. I said something about I made like an probably not the most timely joke or whatever. I think people were misunderstanding that I made this, that I said you know, too soon to my boss. You know, I kind of made a joke and it said too soon to my boss about this and stuff. That wasn't the reply to that question. The one that I sent beforehand was, you know, hey, I get the new truck, and kind of an LOL thing and stuff. Then he sent me a message saying, yeah, probably, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I sent him a message saying too soon, question mark and stuff. And our messages crossed. So that's why I was like, yeah, I'm getting out of this, because that kind of scared me a little bit. You know, on John, you know, if the boss was upset with him, that upset, or what was going on. So I was just like, yeah, I'll probably just stay out of it. So that's what it was about. A lot of people are saying, oh yeah, you probably shouldn't have joked with him or something. Nah, he's fine. He's not upset or nothing. He actually was trying to get me to do a video about the situation to kind of go along with John's, and I was like, no, I don't want any part of this. So they're fine, and they're just joking around about it and stuff, you know. They'll figure it out. So I'll see you guys later.